everybody, and welcome to my review of The Predator, which is the next chapter in the Predator franchise that, well, let's face it, it's kind of hit and miss. Now, before I get stuck into this review, I just want to give a big thanks to Billsy and the team from Radio Metro for inviting me along to the screening tonight. You guys are awesome, and if you're a local Gold Coaster and you're after a radio station that plays music that your grandparents won't be tuning into, you know, it's something that's hip, something that's cool. Listen to Radio Metro 105.7, lock those dials in, and party on! Oh man, I don't think I could have sounded any more lame if I'd tried. So The Predator, like I said, it's the, how many films are we up to now? There's The Predator, Predator 2, Alien vs. Predator, Alien vs. Predator 2, Predators. That much movies. So this is the next chapter, and it was written and directed by Shane Black, who I love as a filmmaker. This guy was responsible for the Lethal Weapon franchise. He's done Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, The Nice Guys, which was one of my most favorite films of year before last. He did Iron Man 3 as well. So I was kind of interested to see what he would bring to the table for a film like this, because it's not really quite like anything he's done before. Maybe sort of leaning towards Iron Man 3, but yeah, in terms of, you know, he's a very good character writer and director, and so I wasn't sure how it was going to go. So this film, you got another predator that lands on Earth, and it has a mission, it has a purpose, no spoilers, and so then you got this guy who encounters it. He's a soldier, he's a sniper, and he gets mixed up with this team of soldiers who are on their way to a loony bin, and they include the likes of Keegan-Michael Key and Alfie Allen from Game of Thrones. So they become involved in the Predator's plot. In the meantime, you got a scientist played by Olivia Munn, who is more of a kick-ass action hero because, you know, if you're a scientist, you may as well know how to operate a gun and do commando roles. But then along comes this super huge predator that fights the other predator, and again, there is a reason why this predator is there. It's just not a very good reason. Look, overall, man, I don't know. This film wasn't great. In terms of what I did like about it, look, Olivia Munn is always insanely watchable on screen. I mean, I don't know. There's just something about her, aside from the fact that she's ridiculously hot. I don't know, she's got a certain charisma that I really enjoy. Some of the action sequences were pretty good. Like, there's nothing really that memorable. The score to the film was good. They actually harked back to the original Predator theme, and the effects for most part were decent. Look, really, I don't have a lot more to say. The lead character of the film, played by Boyd Holbrook. He was likable enough as well, but I don't know, his character was kind of one-dimensional. Really, all the characters were a bit one-dimensional. So in terms of what I didn't like about the film, look, overall, it's pretty forgettable. I mean, the first couple of acts, well, maybe sort of the first half of the film, was pretty good. I actually kind of, you know, I was invested in it. And so, yeah, like, the first half, like I said, was okay, but the second half, it just fell flat for me. Nothing really interesting happened. The whole end sequence, way too many plot holes and convenient things happening for no real reason, and really lost interest. And the film was just way too funny. Like, you got this group of soldiers, like I said, who are on their way to a mental hospital, but yeah, there was a heck of a lot of humor in it, and it didn't really work all the time. Like, some of the jokes were funny, but is that what you want in a Predator film? Like, I'm all for doing things differently, you know, and changing things up, but this was very much like the Thor Ragnarok of the Predator universe. You know, it relied way too much on humor. And there were a couple of throwbacks to some of the classic lines from the original Predator, but, you know, did we need that? Like, they were okay, like, you know, it's sort of like, he said that line in a different context, but, you know, they were kind of forced. And then when we get to the very end of the film, which, again, no spoilers, but, oh man, I was just like, come on. Yeah, they've left it open for another one, but oh man, it looks silly. Like, if they actually go down this road, you know, yeah, it's not going to be a good film. So look, overall, I wouldn't say I hated The Predator. I don't think it'll appear in my worst list of the year, but at the same time, I wouldn't see it again. I'm probably going to be forced to own it because I have every other Predator film on Blu-ray. But yeah, that'll happen when I can get it for like $5 or something. And look, overall, I'm going to give The Predator a 4 out of 10. I mean, I'll give it one thing. At no point in the film did I think to myself, you know, I might let Bongo review this movie. And speaking of Bongo, if you haven't already seen it, the previous video on my channel was an interview that Bongo did with the Brisbane metal band Dark Cell, which, yeah, the feedback has been phenomenal, you guys. Like, yeah, success is really going to that monkey's head. So thank you very much for all your feedback. I really appreciate it, and I'm so glad you guys enjoyed it as much as you did. And thanks again for watching this review of The Predator. If you've seen The Predator, let me know what you thought of it, and where does it rank in amongst all the Predator films that have been released so far for you. So drop me some comments either here or on Facebook. All the social media links are in the description below, because I like to talk about movies and I would love to talk about movies with you. Catch you next time.
Click subscribe to stay up to date with all the latest movie reviews. Skynet will be taking over any day now, so what have you got to lose? Nyah.